Checker, eh?
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Sharp Hand Path. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today we have a Shaw Brothers unboxing to do. So without any further ado, let's get into the unboxing itself. Here we go. Alright, folks, it has been a while since we've done anything on this channel, but we're going to do a unboxing quickly for this, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more in the room when I'm in my proper attire. So let's get into this box set. Can't wait to check it out. The only thing I'm going to say is I am not impressed with Customs charging me 40 Canadian dollars for something they think is 234, 32, when we definitely did not pay 242. We paid 100 and I think 90 something. So yeah, we're gonna take that slip and send it back to the duties and fight it. But yeah, thanks Shout Factory for charging more on the outside of the box than what we actually paid. I don't know why you would do that, but it is what it is, I guess.
We won't be ordering from them again.
No, probably Amazon for any future ones of these. At least they packed it nicely. Lots of bubbles. I can go to the kids. Pack and slip. And here's the item here. Alright. Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 1 and a nice thick box set. All 11 or 12 films. 11, yep. Very nice. Can't wait to watch this because I am basically done watching all of Shaw Scope Volume 2. So I'm running out of Shaw Brothers films to watch in high quality. So it'll be nice to watch this. Let's go to the room now and talk about it further in depth. Alright, so that was the unboxing of the Shaw Brothers box set. Let's take a closer look together and see what the discs themselves and the backgrounds and trays and whatnot look like. And I might go over some of my most anticipated films out of this box set. Super stoked to get it. Heck yeah. Let's pull it out of this again. Alright, out of the box it goes. Again, here we go. This is Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 1 from Shout Factory. It will be the last time I'm ordering anything from the Shout Factory website themselves, though. As again, this cost $40 for duties, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's like 20% of what we paid for it, plus a little bit. So not impressed. I will be saving up on my own and getting the box sets probably off of Amazon.ca now, so they get shipped locally. Sure, trying to pay for it through Sezzle is nice because you only have to pay for like 40 bucks every couple of weeks. But honestly, if you can do that, you can save up enough to pay for the whole thing all at once on Amazon for a much cheaper price with no duties. So we're doing that next time. So there we go. As you can see, this is a pretty thick box if you haven't checked out anyone else's unboxing video. I believe CoinOp TV did a couple of these already, up to, I think, Shaw Brothers Classics 3. Plus he has the T-Lung and maybe the Brave Archer series, I'm not sure. But they're all pretty thick boxes like this, which is pretty sweet. There's the back there with all of the films. Pause that if you want to check them all out, but we will be going through it. Unlike CoinOp TV, though, I'm not going to talk about all the special features that each one has. I'm just going to be showing you the artwork. So, first up off the list here, if I can get it out, it's a very tight box set. Woo! Okay, wow. Alright, so the first one is The Assassin. This one is from 1967. There's the back there. Let's check out the inside. Just one disc for this one. There's some more of the art. And if you want to check out the whole back panel, let's take it out and let's see. So that's what you get for the whole back panel on the inside. You could probably flip that around if you wanted to. I'm just going to be keeping them all how they come. This one is written by Cheng Che, and the starring role is Jimmy Wang Yu and Chow Chow, which I assume is probably the female lead. From the brief synopsis that they have on the back here, it's basically someone trying to get to a source of power within the Empire, and some betrayal going on and some vengeance going on. So it seems like a typical kind of period piece, Shaw Brothers, Kung Fu / adventure type film. Should be pretty good. It's not high on my anticipation list. I don't expect amazing things from it. So if it's good, I'll be pleasantly surprised. And again, this is the only disc on here that comes singularly. The rest of them have 2 discs per case. So yeah, that's The Assassin from 1967, and that's what that one looks like. Next is The Thundering Sword and the Golden Swallow. This is a nice one for me because The Golden Swallow is a sequel to Come Drink With Me, and I have not yet seen Come Drink With Me, but it is a kind of a highly anticipated Shaw Brothers film for me. I need to get a copy of it somehow, whether it's in a box set or on its own. Although on its own, it's pretty close to 30 Canadian dollars, I think. I think it's 25 or 20 plus $15 shipping US on Amazon or eBay. So either way, I'm probably looking at spending around $30 to $35 Canadian to get a copy of Come Drink With Me. Not really impressed with that price because, again, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know whether it's worthy of purchasing or not, but I do want to see it. I do want to see it in high quality, so if I want the Blu-ray, I'm probably going to have to see it that way by purchasing it. And since I'm already getting a whole bunch of these Shaw Brothers films, I might as well just add it to the collection anyways, especially if I've got the sequel Golden Swallow here. So yeah, yay for spending almost probably close to 35 to 40 bucks on one Blu-ray. Anyways, that rant aside, definitely looking forward to Golden Swallow. The Thundering Sword, from what I see on here, it looks okay. Cheng Pei Pei from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons in this. It's apparently a Romeo and Juliet style martial arts adventure, and Cheng Pei Pei is the daughter of a poison master, and they're looking for the heaven and earth weapon, aka the Thundering Sword. So, should be interesting. I liked Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, so if the younger lady from that's in this, it definitely ups my anticipation level. So this should be a good double disc in general. I don't know if I showed the back. Let's do that. There's a close-up on the imagery there. I'm covering someone's face. Of course I am. There we go. Let's check out the inside now. There are the discs for this case, for the Golden Swallow and the Thundering Sword. Pretty good artwork, mostly just a bunch of floating heads and fire, but, you know, for that era, you can't really expect too much more, I don't think. I'll take the back out and show you the posters as well. Here's the posters for the back tray, which, of course, you could flip around if you wanted to, but, again, I'm just going to leave it as it came, because I'm not going to be displaying these in any sort of crazy manner, and I'm definitely not going to be, like, sticking this up on the wall and like taping it or thumbtacking it on the wall and putting holes in it or anything like that. So it's just going to stay in here. Just keep it as pristine as I can. Pristine Aguilera. So yeah, got a fairly high anticipation level for this double disc set on its own, but mostly looking forward to the Golden Swallow. Tell me in the comment section, do I need to see Come Drink With Me first for Golden Swallow to make sense, or will it just make sense on its own? Be good to know. Sound off in the comments. So yeah, Golden Swallow is from 1968, and the Thundering Sword is from 1967. So we got a nice another 67 one in here from Shaw Bros. Collection. A lot of early stuff in this. It'll be interesting to see how these compare to the Shaw scopes. Next up, definitely have some anticipation for these as well because of how well Coin Op TV talked them up, and a bunch of other in the martial arts cinema circle have talked these up. But this is the Jade Rockshaw and the Bells of Death. Both very interested in seeing the Bells of Death because it's apparently somewhat of a horror feeling martial arts film, which is kind of neat. Hopefully not as bad as Boxer's Omen. We'll talk about that in a future video. Oh boy, that's bad. And then the Jade Rockshaw. She seems to be like a female kung fu vengeance seeking superhero type of character, so that's neat. I definitely like a strong ass-kicking female lead, and apparently Cheng Pei Pei is going to be delivering that in the Jade Rockshaw, and the name's kind of neat. Would be interesting to know what a Rockshaw is. I know it's not a rickshaw. A rickshaw is those things that people pull each other around on with the big wheels and the kind of cart. But what's a Rockshaw? So anyways, in the Jade Rockshaw, she's just avenging her family that was murdered at some point. So yeah, just a good old revenge story. Same with the Bells of Death. This group of jackasses kill this dude's family, and he goes about killing them and taking vengeance and wearing the Bells of Death. So whenever he gets near them, they hear the bells and freak them out and stuff. So that should be interesting. The Jade Rockshaw is from 1968, and so is the Bells of Death. So yeah, 2 1968 films in here. Let's check out the inside. So that's what the discs look like. I'm finding that most of the discs are pretty much the same artwork as the posters that are on the inside tray. And speaking of the inside tray, let's take a look at the posters themselves. There we go. There's the Jade Rockshaw, and hopefully I'm holding it right. There's the Bells of Death. I like the swirl thing in the middle. That's kind of neat. Another thing that I want to mention about this box set is that I got this late, obviously, because it came out way earlier this year, and a lot of Shaw Brothers fans jumped on this. So I kind of missed out on the posters that come along with these things. And since I'm not going to be ordering from Shout Factory themselves, I'm going to be missing out on all the other posters too, which is highly unfortunate, because it'd be nice to get some kung fu posters up on these walls somewhere, although you can't really see it in these videos because I usually have my DVD collection and miscellaneous horror stuff on the shelves. But it would be nice to get some kung fu posters up and about around here and replace some of the really poorly aging, not really relevant posters I have up here anymore, especially that really old Avengers poster and whatnot. So yeah, especially, yeah, and the Arkham Knight, the Batman Arkham Knight, it's not really relevant anymore. So, but just wanted to mention that I'm not going to be getting any of the posters, unfortunately, that come with these box sets, and I'm a little sad about it. But I am excited to see this. 4 films back to back that I have a high interest level in and high anticipation level for. Really cool to get some of these really early Shaw Brothers films in here. Let's get down to the last 3 cases though. This one, there's only one significant thing about this one that I want to mention. This is the Sword of Swords and Killer Dart. Although that's the main point that I want to bring up, it's actually the Killer Darts, plural, on the list of Shaw Brothers films and reviews of the singular release of Killer Dart. It's usually Killer Darts, plural. So yeah, I feel like this is a misprint and a misspeak. I'm sure they meant to put Killer Darts because there's only one Killer Darts movie, and it's plural, not singular. So if you're wondering about that, it's Killer Darts. It's not a different movie called Killer Dart. Here's the inside discs with the disc artwork. I don't know if I showed the back, but I'll show you after I pull out the inside here. Here's the posters. Again, mostly the same as the disc art. Nothing too crazy. Again, mostly just floating heads and some like weird color schemes in the background with giant Chinese letters and stuff. Here's the back. Let's take a closer look up here. Apologies for the glare. I'm really not trying to mess the images up, but you know, ring lights, YouTuber life, it's hard to get proper images sometimes. But yeah, that's the back. The Sword of Swords is from 1968, and Killer Darts is from 1968 as well. So 2 68 ones. I don't really have a high anticipation level for either one of these. Let's see who's in it. Jimmy Wang Yu is in the Sword of Swords. Lau Kar Lung did some of the choreography in it. And as for the Killer Darts, no one really stands out in this to me. Shin Ping Yahweh, I'm going to pronounce it Yahweh, although I feel that's probably not a good pronunciation of it, because Yahweh is, I think, Spanish or native for something else. And the director is no one special as far as I'm aware for Killer Darts, Ho Mung Hua. Yeah, no one super duper obvious stars on this one. I might grow an attachment to the characters of the stars once I see these movies, but no high anticipation level for either one of these. Apparently Jimmy Wang Yu made his stardom from The One-Armed Swordsman. I haven't seen that one, so it doesn't really make a big deal to me. The Killer Darts is another getting vengeance for your murdered family movie. It seems to happen a lot in these. So yeah, that's the Killer Darts and Sword of Swords. The next two I have a slight more anticipation level for, pretty much just because of the name of them intrigue me a little bit more than the other names. This is the Invincible Fist and Dragon Swamp. Dragon Swamp is a very interesting and kind of attention-grabbing title, and the Invincible Fist, that just sounds like a classic kung fu martial arts film title. So it has to have some awesome high-flying, butt-kicking action in it, right? So yeah, that's interesting for sure, and definitely piques my curiosity. There's the back here. Ugh, again, this glare. It's best I can get. I'm assuming the top picture, the really long landscape picture, is the Dragon Swamp in question. Pretty neat. Them hanging out on the boat there and these pillars in the water. So that's the back. Let's check out the inside now. There are the discs. I dig the green color scheme there going on for Dragon Swamp. I'm always partial to green, as you probably noticed by my gi that I wear in every one of these episodes. Let's check out the back, or the inside posters rather. There we go. That picture does nothing for that actress. I'm sure she doesn't look as huge as that picture depicts her as. And I like the color scheme again of this. Not as much green in this poster, but I like the purple and the lettering. That's for sure. So there's that. Before we continue, again, I did check the backs of these. Luckily, they are the proper Blu-ray disc, slightly blue tinted silver backed discs. If it looks black on the back or gold, you probably got a bootleg. Luckily, I got this straight from Shout Factory, so I didn't have to worry about bootleg. But trust me, bootleg Shaw Brothers things is definitely a reality and something to watch out for. It sucks. Anywho, let's see here. The Invincible Fist was from 1969, and so is Dragon Swamp. Lo Lei is in the Invincible Fist, so there's a plus. And it was directed by Chang Che. Dragon Swamp has Cheng Pei Pei in it again, and Lo Lei. So awesome stuff. And it was written and directed by Lo Wei. So Lo Lei and Lo Wei teamed up to make Dragon Swamp. So that's pretty cool. You got two Lo Wei films back to back, and Dragon Swamp even has Cheng Pei Pei in it. I have high expectations for these then, because Lo Lei is a really, really excellent martial artist slash actor, choreographer, etc., etc. And I'll probably grow to really like Cheng Pei Pei. Lo Lei's stuff in the Shawscope volumes was really, really good, so there's no reason to expect any different from these. So yeah, the Invincible Fist and Dragon Swamp, probably going to be a good double feature. Alright, and lastly but not leastly, we have the Golden Sword and the Flying Dagger. A lot of swords and daggers and throwing stuff in this box that I noticed. Very interesting compilation. So yeah, there's the front. Here is the back. Let's check out the inside. Don't really have any expectations from these or any anticipation level other than just a hopeful interest in them. Let's check out the back though, on the inside and the posters. So there we go. There's some posters, one for the Flying Dagger and one for the Golden Sword. I like the idea. I like the idea of a golden sword. Even though gold is really, really soft, so you better not bang it off of anything hard. Hopefully you're just cutting stuff with it, but you're not supposed to really cut stuff with a sword. You're supposed to be like, not quite a hack, more like a slash. But yeah, you don't want to go sword to sword with anyone with a golden sword, or else that shit's getting cut in half. So I don't know what the purpose of the golden sword is, unless it's like magically endowed not to break. But so I guess I'm a little bit intrigued to see how that goes. All right, let's see what year these ones were made. The Flying Dagger was 1969, and the Golden Sword was also 1969. So getting closer to when the Shawscope era started happening. The box sets, of course, because these are all technically Shawscope width. Some of these are also not English dubbed. This one says that the Flying Dagger was dubbed, but it doesn't say that the Golden Sword was dubbed. It might just be a subtitle. So that's another thing too. If you're used to all the English dubbing of the Shawscope volumes, make sure that you are totally cool with reading subtitles, because I hear that a lot of the Shaw Brothers Classics box sets are pretty hit and miss when it comes to the English dubbing. You can pretty much guarantee there's going to be English subtitles, but you might not actually have an English version of the voices and dialogue. So make sure that you're going to be 100% comfortable with subtitles, because you might not get dubs like this one. It seems that the Golden Sword doesn't have dubs, but the Flying Dagger does. It seems like the Flying Dagger is another Cheng Pei Pei and Lo Lei one, so awesome, more Lo Lei. The Golden Sword has Cheng Pei Pei and was directed by Lo Wei. Apparently he also stars in it a bit, so that's interesting. Apparently Sammo Hung did some direction for this too. It says martial arts directors Simon Chu Yi Ningao and Sammo Hung. So that's neat. I should probably look for more Sammo Hung stuff on here too. Lau Kar-lung produced the Flying Dagger. So that's also neat that Lau Kar-lung and Chang Che worked together on the Flying Dagger. Yeah, maybe some anticipation is going on for this one, because there's a lot of good actors and directors and writers that are associated with these two films. So yeah, that is all of them in this box set. Hopefully I displayed it and showed it off well enough for you to maybe convince you to pick it up if you were hesitant. And if you are in Canada or outside of the States, basically, you can expect some pretty heavy duty fees. Yeah, if you're in the States, consider yourself super duper lucky that you get these without any duties and without any terrible exchange rates, because the Canadian dollar and the US dollar, it's yikes. It's like probably 70 cents of the American dollar for us. So yeah, it's kind of expensive. If you're Canadian and you're watching this and you're thinking of getting some Kung Fu stuff from Show Factory, you might have to do like me and save up enough beforehand and purchase from Amazon or something like that, because if you get it from the States, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. And if you're getting these as like gifts for other people, you have to pay at the post office before they'll give you these, and it sucks. Anyways, this seems like there's a lot of Cheng Pei Pei films in here, so hopefully I'm a fan of Cheng Pei Pei's acting work. But if she's like any of the other like kick-ass female Chinese leads that are in the other Shaw Brothers box sets that I've gotten, then I don't have a problem with that. My auntie, fantastic. I really like that. She kicked ass. The lead female Chinese martial artist actress in there was great. Hopefully Cheng Pei Pei is just as good. I'm really looking forward to diving into these kind of more obscure Shaw Brothers films and earlier Shaw Brothers films. I know they've got some stuff before 1967, I think, before the stuff that's in here, like The Assassin. I know there's stuff before The Assassin. But yeah, there's a few films before Come Drink With Me came out. I think I don't know how martial arty they were, but they're probably on the up and coming martial arts kind of phase for Shaw Brothers. I will probably see if I can't check them out too if I get super duper invested in all of these box sets. I will check out obviously the collection that I have and consider getting part 2 if this is any good. There is a part 3 and 4, but volume 3 rather of this has quite a few Shaw Brothers films titles that I'm pretty interested in. So I might just have to pick up 1, 2, and 3 at the very least, just for collector scum reasons, but pretty interested in seeing how these go. I'm going to be doing a Shawscope Volume 2 ranked video, not this month. It's not going to be in 2023. It'll probably have to wait till either January or February, but look out for that when it comes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Until next time, Shei, Na Xin, and 1 on.
We should run. We should hide. She kicked their butts!